Hi, this is Alken, and welcome back to my channel. Well, we got an interesting story. It's about Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan DA that's gone after former President 45 Trump and now elected 47 Trump, as well as Daniel Penny, who was involved in tackling some individual going crazy on the subway and then blaming him for the person's demise. Well, he decided to spend 40K on trauma relief program for snowflake staff. I didn't know it was snowing, and it's not even winter yet. No, it's a phrase. This from the New York Post. It's by Matthew Sadaka, Richard Calter, Tina Moore, and I don't know, some cat outside is going nuts. I guess they don't like Alvin Bragg either. Okay. Assault on crime. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg is quietly rolling out a publicly funded program to help his own staffers traumatized by the case they handled, the Post has learned. The woke prosecutor, slammed by critics for villainizing victims while going easy on suspects, is shelling out $40,000 in taxpayers' cash to develop a so-called vicarious trauma and well-being plan for his more than 1,300 assistant district attorneys, paralegals, and other employees, according to city records. The 9-month contract will involve conducting focus groups and interviews with phased staffers about on-the-job secondary trauma stress, as well as supervised training sessions. The initiative is a slap in the face to crime victims and their families, says Jeffrey Alba, whose bodega's clerk dad, Jose Alba, was notoriously charged with murder by Braggs in 2022 after defending himself from an angry customer. He's worried about his own team, but he's not worried about the victims, said Alba, whose father is now suing Braggs for racial discrimination after the charges were dropped among public scrutiny. There was a huge outcry to force Alvin Bragg to release Jose Alba, including the mayor of New York, Adams. It's heartbreaking because he didn't offer my dad anything, Braggs. Didn't offer him any emotional support, he adds. When am I not surprised? The left-wing Democratic prosecutor, who has seen a borough-wide surge in felony crimes since taking office in 2022, while making it a mission to downgrade many of the cases to misdemeanors, is among a dozen of progressive district attorneys and DA candidates nationwide who have received backing from far-left billionaire kingmaker George Soros, who needs to be deported as soon as possible and banned from giving out any donations. The staff trauma program is a bunch of hogwash because you have victims who are getting their ass whooped on a regular basis and he doesn't prosecute. Bait one veteran cop of 25 years. They need the counseling, but you have the money for your effing attorneys who don't even prosecute. In Manhattan, there's been 27,122 reported felonies this year from November 10th, up 16.9% from the same period in 2021, NYPD records show. Under Bragg's rate has jumped 7.4% across the borough, robberies 8.9%, felonies assault 16.8%, and grand larceny 29.8%, all up, not down. Bragg new programs cater to staff of primarily snowflakes, say City Minority Leader Joe Borley of Staten Island. How about well-being for the thousands of crime victims who see their perpetrators out on the street thanks to the let 'em loose Alvin soft on crime policy. Borlaine barked. I imagine the public expect that the people who we trust to confront and prosecute our most dangerous violent criminals don't need therapy dogs and comfort blankets at their desk. The initiative is also unfair expense for the public, says Jennifer Harrison, exclusive director of Victims' Right Reform Council. These people have insurance benefits that can cover the cost of their counseling already, and they need trauma counseling, she said. Taxpayers are already paying for their benefits. The new program is just another waste of taxpayers' money, says Madeline Brame, whose U.S. Army veteran's son, Hanson Coretta, was beaten and fatally stabbed inside a Manhattan apartment in 2018. Once Bragg took over the case against Coretta's alleged assailant, he struck plea deals with two of them, landing them off with time served and enraging the Fremont, New York mom. Yeah, she's the lady who helped campaign for Trump in New York after this situation. If any of the DA staff is traumatized, it's because their intellect is compromised, she told the Post. They believe in Bragg restoring justice theory, but they see the same defendants, the same criminals coming out like a revolving door, says Bream, 62, who was offered bi-monthly 30-minute grief counseling session through the then VA Site Variance Office. And one of the reasons why Bragg decided to drop this case was he said, oh, we couldn't find the money to do this. But yet they found money to go after Trump. What gives? They seen these violent felons, offenders getting more violent by the day. That's the only thing I can see they would need trauma support for. In January, Bragg launched a pilot program in his office, Survivor Service Bureau, that added a ticketing system to connect victims' advocates with the case almost immediately after arrests are made. The Bureau provides safety assessment, counseling, relocating assistance, and other services to violent crime victims as their criminal case proceeds. Is this to gaslight voters and pretend he cares about victims, even though he has downgraded half the felony cases that come down before his office? Harrison said. I don't believe this is well intended by any means. Emily Turtle, a Bragg spokesperson, woman, whatever, declined to say which company is selected to run the new program or will it begin, but insists the services are warranted. Goo. We never apologize for or shy away from providing us needed support for our skilled staff who must handle horrible crimes, she said. They need to address trauma, and law enforcement is research-based, supported by the National District Attorney Association, and proven to be improved retention, helping make New York safer. Really. Our prosecutor and professional staff guide young children through rape trials, help women take stands against their traffickers, fight in court for families of grieving homicide victims, and so on. But you remember, they said crime went up while Bragg is in office. So, how is it going down if it keeps going up? I mean, I recall not long ago when they had that debate between Trump and Harris, and I remember the one of the anchors from ABC News saying that, oh, crime is down according to FBI's statistics, only to find out later that Like sometime later, the FBI upgraded the 2022 numbers. Instead of down 2.1%, crime went up 4.5%. And they weren't reporting crimes like from New York City and other places. So, yeah, Democrats and Braggs are full of crap. And as you may know, early this year, or earlier this month, you had the DA in LA, the DA in Oakland got kicked out of office, as well as the mayor of Oakland, and the DA in Georgia involved with the Lake Riley case. She probably got kicked out because she didn't want to put the death penalty on the illegal migrant who killed her. It was only that the governor, Kent, forced her to put a special prosecutor in because he was afraid she was going to screw up the case. So if he didn't get the death penalty, what else was he not going to get? And they're worried that Alvin Bragg is going to sail to a victory because of the Trump case. Well, what happens if the judge decides, you know what, I'm just going to dismiss this case and then go bygones be bygones, and that's it. No, I think the thing is needs to be done is before Alvin Bragg's election, that they need to do something with George Soros, and if necessary, kick him out of the country and prevent him from donating in U.S. elections, strip him of his U.S. citizenship. That should kill Bragg's chances of re-election. So this is Al Kane saying so long for now, and don't forget to stop.